Hello, thanks for joining me. I've been in Turkey for nearly a month now, and just this past week we finally got a little taste of winter. It snowed on and off for a few days. Sometimes the snow stuck, and other times it melted just as quickly as it came. Although we have another apartment to use for the time being, we haven't yet made the full transition over there since we don't have a bed. Until then, we're staying with my in-laws, and each day we have a big breakfast accompanied by never-ending glasses of hot tea. On this day, my mother-in-law made a sort of Turkish omelet called menemen. There are many ways to make it, but the real debate is whether or not to include onions. I like it both ways, so her addition of an onion didn't bother me one bit. And of course, we also had fries with the breakfast. I'm getting more and more used to eating fries with my breakfast, but it still baffles me sometimes that this is completely appropriate in the morning. Then again, is a sugary cereal good? Probably not. My in-laws come from a small village, and during the summer they grow all sorts of fruits and vegetables. They like to preserve a lot of them to be able to enjoy throughout the year. And when there's extras, they swap their goodies with friends. Maybe some roasted red peppers for tart cherry jam, or some walnuts for black olives. When I get a chance, I'll have to show you their black olive reserve. It's quite impressive. Little Fig was getting a bit restless at home, and we wanted to venture out. We'd been looking to replace her stroller we had to sell before moving, and I saw a pet store nearby that was selling some. Although they had a good selection, they didn't have exactly what it was that I was looking for. Nonetheless, Fig had a fun time sniffing the aisles, and she was quite the star with the associates there. She even took some photos in their little selfie booth. She looked awfully cute. At our other apartment, I started to put together this IKEA Kallax shelving system. We won't be buying much furniture for this place since it's temporary, but we wanted a spot for the TV to go that we were borrowing from my brother-in-law, and also a place to put my husband's treasured book collection because he definitely doesn't want those sitting on the floor. And I know that some people hate putting together IKEA furniture, but for the most part, I've always found it actually kind of relaxing. Of course, I always check to make sure that all the parts are there to begin with, just to avoid any frustration later on. But I like that I can just put my AirPods in and listen to a podcast. It's quite a nice experience, actually. And I was able to put this together mostly by myself and just needed help from my husband at the end to make sure that all of the connections were secure. My in-laws had some extra sofas and chairs in storage for us to use for the time being. This wooden furniture isn't what I would call cozy, and I can't say I'm the biggest fan of brown, but again, it's temporary, and it's nice to have a place that's a little cushy to relax. My husband really likes this furniture as it seems to be a bit nostalgic for him. This, along with that orangish rug, just kind of takes him right back to his childhood, it seems. I could tell that the cushions needed thorough vacuuming, and I'm sure glad I did. I was shocked at how much dust I picked up. As a side bit, I used to have a Dyson V6 many years ago, and it was a great vacuum, but the battery just didn't last as long as I wanted it to. However, this Dyson V15 is a real powerhouse, and they've improved the battery life on these things greatly. They are pricey, but I'd say this is the one cleaning tool where it pays to invest in the best, especially if you have pets. There was an additional matching chair to the sofa set that I decided to go ahead and put in my office. It also needed a good cleaning with the Dyson though, and the cushion chair helps to keep an otherwise empty room from feeling too echoey. Then I moved my IKEA Alex desk into the room. I also bought the matching turquoise Alex 9-drawer storage cabinet, but I'll probably wait to put that together until after we move next time. This darker green-blue color is my absolute favorite, and I know that it's only a seasonal offering with IKEA, so I didn't want to risk it no longer being sold when I actually needed it. In addition, I added a borrowed rug to help soak up some of the sound and to keep my feet a little bit warmer on these cold days. I've only gone through a little bit of my belongings that had been packed away for almost 7 months now, and I only took out a few things, but so far I found some of my threads, my planner, some colorful pens along with a few random books. Some of these things aren't normally what I'd put on display, but seeing these familiar items helps me to feel a little bit more at home. There's still lots of work to be done and more to share with you, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I appreciate it greatly and hope to see you soon. Thanks!